Hello everyone, Wangel here and welcome back to Thrones of Britannia. In the last episode we were able to check out some of the new changes from the Allegiance update, as well as get some first-hand experience from the Blood, Sweat and Spears DLC, as we had two major battles we fought and were victorious in both. So hopefully today's episode is going to go just as well, so let's get started. So, it's winter at the moment, so it's not really a good time for me to start moving my armies about, but we will have to move some of them. We should be pretty good climates for some of them, shouldn't we? Okay, I can see which army is this. This sounds like the Yellowhorn, isn't it?
Enemy blood will flow.
Yeah, you guys are taking attrition right now. Right. Can we get you out of attrition this turn? No. Almost. With just that little bit more. If only we could force march. Ah well. I can't just move him to the green bit here, can we? No. I was hoping the fields here might provide some safety from attrition. Never mind, we'll just put you guys into fortify stance for the moment. There we go. Alright, that was the sign. I didn't notice the thing up there. I saw there was 3 of them, now there's 2. So I must have been notified about the fact that these guys were taking attrition, but they're okay now. That's good. Speaking of notifications, let's check out the rest of them first. A building requires repair. Which one's this? Oh yeah, it's the port. I forgot about this. Right, let's do that. And then we got a loyalty issue. Gisley, again. What's your problem, Gisley? Let's have a look. Politics, intrigue and events, -2. That's probably, I think, from the fact that I've chosen to remain pagan. Traits and items, maybe? Isn't his wife supposed to... Let's have a quick look. Isn't his wife supposed to be... Oh no, he's not got a wife. He's trustworthy, apparently. Fact increases his faction... Imbecilic? Is that it, maybe? Vengeful. Usurper? Oh, barely loyal. Okay, let's see. Desires to have more states than the faction leader. -1 loyalty if this desire is not met. Oh, right, we'll have to bear that in mind. But we don't have the money this turn, but I can see about maybe just improving his loyalty and buying his loyalty next time. So I'll remember that for the next turn. Right, so while we're here now, we've actually got these guys. The Valkyrie's chosen. Now, you could do with 1 more unit. Yeah, can we get you another unit of spearmen? Because we've only got 3 units right now. Yes, we can get you 1 unit of spearband. There we go. Right, now what can I do with you guys? So, at the moment, I've got 2 sort of objectives for this part of the campaign. One is to take the Sounders of the Yellowhorn and then of the Valkyrie's Chosen over to Northumbria so we can start taking their territory. Now the problem is for taking Northumbria is while it's, you know, obviously a natural choice to expand into and take their territory as they're right next to mine, on the other hand they've only got 1 port and we need to focus on those mainly. So I'll think about it. We probably will do it just to keep things interesting. But before we move you guys down, something I was thinking about since the last episode is if we come over, whereabouts is it on the map? It's a little bit down here. We've got this little island here. Now, Gwynedd owned the main settlement of Castleton, so I don't have to touch them since we're not necessarily at war with them right now. But as you can see, we're at war with, which are these guys called again? The Agalia. The Agala, I should say. So these guys could potentially be coming out to attack my settlements, because we've got minor settlements here which are pretty easy to attack. So I'm thinking if I take the Valkyrie's Chosen, we've got a couple of turns until the Sounders of the Yellowhorn can get into position anyway. So I'm going to have these guys come by boat, and we're just going to go and take the settlement here. It's going to take 3 turns. I can just see the little bit of blue right there to show that it's going to take more than just the next turn. But yeah, you guys can do that to keep you busy, keep you out of trouble, you know? So while we're doing that, let's have a look at these guys. Odin's Fury. So you can attack Linz straight away. Yeah, let's have you guys do that. I'm not going to do much with the Odin's Fury apart from just keep the bodyguard. The plan is just to use him to take out any minor settlements that would come away while Thor's hammer can take out the big ones. Now, something I do need to think about. Like I said, my main sort of objective is over here in Ireland in particular is to focus on these port settlements going around here, because that's what we need for the kingdom victory. But that does leave the fact that there's going to be a lot of land internally that could be a possible threat to us if we're not careful. I mean, Gwynedd was somewhere down here, wasn't he? Yeah, Gwynedd had taken here, so depending on what they do, if they continue marching up as well towards Senanus and that's okay. They can focus on the territories inland while I'll take the territories along the edge. I mean, there's more of them, but well, keep it in mind, we may have to be a bit careful in case there comes a counter-attack coming in from the side, especially with how quickly you can build up armies in this. But for the meantime, we'll focus on that, and if necessary, I'll start making Magnus's force a little bit heftier with units. Alright, so anyway, going back to these, with Warhammer. So we can go after Senanus, but like I said, we want to try and focus on the ports in particular. Do we need to have any more? Because we need to take for this province. Nope, we've taken the whole one of Brega. Okay. Let's see. You guys can march up to Admacha next turn, but that's all inland, so we don't need to worry about that. Although, on the other hand, that would allow me to get rid of the Agalia if I take out these two regions as well. All the possibilities. I mean, if I build up Magnus's force, I could just have him coming around the coast and then send Force Hammer around this side, and then we could just take out all the top of here from the Mide. Ugh, for the meantime, we'll continue. So let me see, we can't have you go up this way. Oh no, we can actually. We can have you guys go by port to Karlin. And you can make it by going through Lin. Okay, that sounds good. We'll take you that. Right, well, occupy it. Nice and easy. We were not exactly doing the proper Viking thing, are we? We're basically just coming in and not taking these places instead of just sacking them and sailing back. But we need these settlements. Right. I think that's everything we can actually do this turn. So, you could do with another unit, though. Can we afford another sword unit? We cannot. Can I use another axe unit? Could, but I'd rather have another unit of Hirdman. I mean, these guys give me a morale buff just for being nearby because as one of their abilities. So we'll leave it for the moment. We'll keep it in mind next time. Right, I think that's everything. Actually, let's have a quick look at something I was thinking about. Wrong one. Diplomacy. Because the Agala, once we've taken... Now we've taken this, we don't need to go inland. So I was just wondering, can we actually get peace of them, or are they... Damn it, they're vassal kingdom of the Mide. And we need to have the Mide at war with us so we can take all their territories up in the north. Right. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to check that. Let's end the turn. It gives me an opportunity as well to bring up the comments from the last video. So, two comments in particular. There was, I can't remember your surname, it was Rene, who just mentioned the fact about my choice to stay as a pagan faction, and felt it was something that the All-Father would be pretty proud of, and I agree. The Old Gods have done as well so far, so I don't see any reason to change over to this foreign new one that, you know, doesn't do us warriors proud, that instead focuses on the peasantry. So that's the thing. And secondly, from Pakala, long-time commenter, who asked whether I was going to make this a domination campaign and try and conquer the whole map. I have given it some thoughts. In fact, here's the thing about the paganism. 1 second. Copies of the new religions take a book are turning up all over the place. Though you are people renowned for your love of books, the message within finds favour with the commoners. Your warriors, on the other hand, remain convinced that books are only good for kindling campfires. Christ. Now, no pun intended. Right, I don't agree with that because of the fact that book burning, I think, is something terrible, and I hate it when people do that. It's something bad on when you see them on the internet, even now, changing facts in order to make it so it doesn't quite, you know, match with reality. It's disgusting. But still, we are going to remain pagan, so we'll do that. Oddkel, what you been doing? We can declare your authority, which increases his influence, or we can pay him for his silence. We got the cash, let's pay him. Right, so that's that bit. But yeah, I have given it some thought about a domination campaign. So, basically trying to conquer everything on the map, very much like I believe Lionheart is doing in his Prydain series. Although I haven't been watching him, I just catch the odd episode here and there and see how he's doing. But I'll be honest, I've given it some thought since the last video, and I don't think I will do that. It's after doing it with the Eastern Romans, when I did it for the Attila campaign, and I remember I conquered the entire map, and I had still about a decade to try and sit through, and it was dull, and I really did enjoy it, to be honest with you guys. So for this campaign, probably not. I'll be sticking to just achieving a long kingdom victory, and then it will give me an opportunity then to start maybe a new Thrones of Britannia campaign, especially now that I can take advantage of the update and enjoy all the benefits. Maybe even try out a new Total War game, or even a Total War-esque game. I mean, there's a couple of them out there, like the King Arthur role-playing game, or Divinity Dragon Commander. Those could be a nice bit of change to a Total War series, but I'll give it some thought. But yeah, it's not going to be a domination campaign, I'm afraid. Well, saying that, how am I actually doing with my objectives? Let's have a look. Where were you? Oh wow, we actually have nearly won this. Anyway, so we need to capture 25 ports, and we've got 22 right now, and we've taken Dublin and Bornase. So yeah, I mean, it's doable. I mean, the other thing to do if I wanted to try and make it last longer is we could focus on getting fame, which, well, you know, we haven't even achieved a short victory yet. We've done the short conquest victory, but we haven't done this one yet. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the long kingdom victory, and then we can sort out what to do next. So we just need to take 3 more ports to win this. This might be a shorter campaign than I anticipated. Okay, what can we... So anyway, back to the gameplay. Enough chatting. So what we're going to do here... Well, we could go and attack Admacha by land, or it looks like we can actually go after Downpatrick by sea. That could be quite interesting. Yeah, let's do that. If it's coming up near to the end of the series, I might as well try and make things exciting, and having a naval assault into a major settlement sounds exciting. Not only that, it is a port settlement as well, as you can imagine, so this is going to count towards achieving my victory as well. So, let's see, Bandsbar is in my favour, and normally I would auto-resolve this, but you know what, let's fight it. Compared to other Total War games where the the battle map tends to be pretty similar, depending of course on the faction you're fighting, what have you, I quite like that in Thrones of Britannia a lot of them are very unique. Especially with, or at least they feel unique, you know? Especially, and they actually decided to make the maps so they cost, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Ugh, it's one of those days. When they sort of make it more realistic by having them sort of built around natural formations. So there was one of the maps I remember fighting, I think it was earlier in this campaign, where there was a lot of like cliff sides along one side. So it makes sense they weren't going to build walls on top of that, but instead they built walls in the gap between the cliff edge walls, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I like fighting these large settlement maps because of the uniqueness of it. Because speaking of it, like here, we've got all these sort of little islands around, which if you're doing a naval assault like we are, would mean we can't really focus without scattering our forces in between here. They've got a massive cliff bit here, so we're going to have to come around either this way or this way. Now, we do outnumber the enemy, and well, they're saying that we're going to lose 2 units, because we've got Skirmishing Cav, which, if you guys remember, doesn't come by boat. They get sort of loaded offshore, and they're going to be on land here. But they're not going to do anything. They're just going to be sitting there and just look pretty. So I'm going to have these guys just retreat out of the map, and we'll make everyone else land then as a result. What are you, by the way? Oh, you're just Spearman. I saw the character portrait, and I wasn't sure for a second if it was a governor. But I thought these guys shouldn't have Spearmen, should they? Okay, we're just going to wait into some more favourable conditions. Nah, let's do this. Everyone I know, every time we do a Total War battle, they always fight it out in nice clear days, because there's no real reason for you to fight in fog, because that disadvantages you, not the AI. There's no point doing it in rain, because it means you can't use fire arrows. But this is very Viking-esque. We've got our longboats coming in. They're going to be landing on this shore. It's fog, so that all you can see if you're on one of the garrison is see these boats coming out from the fog and crashing in with shouting and swearing and all that. It sounds really atmospheric, so we're going to go with that. So let's have a quick look at our options, though, where to land. So we can land here. And we can land with these cliff edges, and we've got all this sea here. But we will have these islands to have to try and squeeze in between. Yeah, we'll do it. That sounds alright. So what we do, let's have the axemen come in. Can we fit them all in here? Probably not, no. Let's switch you guys over and into here, and you guys can land on this particular bit of beach. We may have to have them go turn by turn though. Right, you guys can form up in here. And we'll have Harkin with his Hearthguard behind them. Right. Let's not go that way. Let's have my... Yeah, let's have my spearmen just stay on this side, so they can sort of swoop in from this way. So you guys can stay here, and with my archers can stay... I'll tell you what, let's have Harkin lead them, so we can have a unit of swordsmen along with the levy spearmen. And we'll put the archers back here, so then these guys can sort of form up and just start shooting when everyone else lands. There you go. Yes, I will look after my general, don't you worry. Right, I'll start moving. So these guys can land over here. Right, you guys... let's have 4 of you land over here and over there. Now I'll tell you what, come here. Or, no, you guys can land here. You guys can land here. Archers, you're going to make your way over to here just so you can shoot. Alright, switch over to you guys. And you guys are all basically going to land here. Right. And you can come over to this side. There you go. I mean, you can just imagine being one of these garrison, right? So if we switch off this here a second, and we just come down low. Right. You're one of these swordsmen, and all you can see in the distance is this fog, and then all of a sudden these boats coming in, you can hear war cries, shouting and all that, and you know the Vikings are coming for you. Ah. If only it was more foggy. That would have been cool. Anyway, let's switch back to this a second. Alright, and wait for... Oh yeah, if we switch back to these a second. You two, you guys can just withdraw off the map. You're not retreating, you're strategically redeploying in order to keep an eye out for anyone coming in from land. Not that that's actually going to happen, but it sounds better than just running away. Right. So our first boats have made land. There you go. So units of Headmen and my 2 units of long axes. The others are coming in and then on this side. Everyone should be... If you pop on here, everyone should be moving. Right. Yep, you guys are just about to land. Okay, let's start killing some people, shall we? Right, what we got here? Skirmishers. Sword band. Alright, you guys are going to come in from this side. You guys can chase after these. We've got archers coming in there. Alright, let's switch back to my archers a moment. Alright, just have a look. A second. My archers are going to come over here and land. Because we can use these guys then to shoot at their levy and skirmishers, rather than us have to chase them down ourselves. Alright, so you guys can come after that unit of warband over here. You guys are going to chase these off for the moment. Alright, you guys are coming on here. What about you? That's just warbands. Okay. You guys can charge in against them. You guys can charge into them. Now, my real plan is to sort of march in towards the center in order to take the capture points. So, we'll send that unit of skirmishers... Skirmishers? We'll send that unit of spearband over to that side. They will... or... push this way. Harkin, I trust you. You guys can march towards the capture point in the center and take it. Luckily, we don't have to worry too much about skirmishers. Right. Okay, you guys turn around. You're going to come and attack this warband from the rear. Right, you guys are going to come in this way. Alright, what we got up here? Retinue, swords, spearmen, mortars, right. Let's send you 2 units up to here. You guys are going to come around here. Alright, head over to this side and then we can flank them in. You guys can try and make a charge if you like. No, keep pushing through. Ignore the people fighting there. Right, archers. Alright, let's have you come over here and focus on taking out those unit of archers themselves. Shouldn't be too long, should it? Until we get that upgrade for our troops, should it? Alright, you guys spin around and take them out. You guys come over here. And you take these out then. Alright. Charge. Crap, you guys wavering at this point. Okay, what do we have over here to use? Mailed Axeman. Did I not have 2 units of you guys? Or are you still on the boats? You're still on the boats. Right. Thank you for telling me how my units work. Appreciate it, really. Right, what we got up here? Loads of skirmishers. Skirmishers, bowmen. More skirmishers. What are you guys? Warband. Yeah, chase after them by all means. Right. Okay, you guys need to come around here and get involved. You guys need to come in and support. You can attack this unit here. Right. Okay, Harkin, how you guys doing? You're not managed to make your way to the center yet? Alright. General has retreated. Alright, let's get you guys towards the center as well to take the courtyard. Shouldn't actually need to take the courtyard. We'll probably win this just by fighting them, but why not take the unnecessary casualties, eh? You guys can come over here and help out against them. You guys, come over here and attack this unit in the rear for me. We'll let my archers focus fire on these. In fact, switch over to these a moment. Switch over to Flaming Shot. Might as well take that morale debuff to them if we can use it. You guys are coming in to help out. Good. You guys could switch targets and come over here to attack. Who's running away now? Oh, it's that unit of spearmen, most likely.
See, they flee before our might.
Right. There we go. This is what we want to see. Everyone getting killed. Have we spotted any new killing moves? Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that, but there again, it wouldn't be a good Viking raid without some buildings getting on fire, would there? Try to spot any new finishing moves. I heard one just then. Right, you guys coming off the boats? Good. Right, see if you can attack these ones now in the rear. Yeah. More units ran away. What? Is it really because of the fact that we're fighting skirmishers over here? Alright, let's see if we can just chase them off then. Alright, Marauders, you go after that unit there. You guys come after the archers here. Right. And you guys can start making your way into from here this side. You guys come in around this side in order to try and take them out. Hopefully we can pin them up then in the center. Alright, you guys come in to come and help. Right. Come and get them, boys. Come and get them. Ooh, decapitation! Oh wow, that one just got thrown over by that guy. Ah, it's great to see the blood, sweat and spears. Battles look so much better now there's blood. And now they're coming in to finish off the slaughter. Oh, someone else has lost their head. You died from a heart attack, it seems. Right. That's that killed. Who's left? Okay, we've got this unit of Kerns running away over that side. Anyone else?
Our men run from the enemy.
Apparently, yes. Ugh. Right. The only thing I might be is if they actually get into range of the watchtower, they may actually be fired upon by the enemy. I'll tell you what, you guys come into shield wall a second. Archers, focus fire on taking out these guys. That should be everyone then. There we go.
Favors us. Victory is ours.
Right, apparently it was a close victory. I don't believe that. We did get a bit of bad luck with 1 or 2 units running away. We'd lost 421. Okay, maybe we took a few more casualties than I expected. But we managed to kill off most of them at least. I mean, Harkin and his bodyguard did extremely well. Oh no, they only killed... Yeah, they killed 95 people. They lost 8 people from that. 4 for a second, that doesn't make sense. Alright, let's continue. We didn't lose any units, which is the most important thing. So let's just come ahead and we could liberate them. Now, it's a port settlement. Let's occupy it. There we go. Alright, what can we do with you guys? We need to repair. Oh, you're a monastic house. Fair enough. Alright. What's this actually? It's a watermill. Is it worthwhile me keeping the watermill? Because the next settlement to get is Morg Bile over here. And that's a gold mine. That's 456 industry. Okay. Now let's dismantle this. We might end up doing something else with it. Might get something like a... I don't know, toolmaker or a blacksmith or something like that. Not entirely sure as of yet.
Enemy blood will flow.
Alright, Magnus, what can we do with you? We could have you go off, but we do have this fleet coming in here. So I'd rather have it so he's going to keep nearby just to avoid any potential trouble coming in from these guys. While you're doing that, you guys can come and attack these settlements. Can we attack it this turn? Yep. Let's just sack it first of all. There we go. Oh, we had a new objective anyway. Okay, so we sacked any settlement. We now got an extra 1,000 on top. Fantastic. And we can just go ahead and occupy it now. There we go. So we can spend some of the money to repair it. Probably just spend it. It cost me just as much to repair it as I did from getting it. Oh well. You guys can keep that for the moment then. Just give it a little bit of extra income. What's the public order issue? There's no public order issue. That's good. It's probably just from the fact we've sacked it then. Yeah, -5 from sacking. Right, well you've managed to do that. We'll keep them there for this turn, and the next turn we'll start marching back up towards the other settlement. Now that it's spring, let's get the sound of the yellow horn involved. Right. Just move you to the coast for the moment. Or to the border, I should say. And I need to decide where really I want to expand. Because over here we've got more settlements as part of the province. We've got their major settlement, which is... Christ, whereabouts is it? Treffer, which is down here, and it's got 4 other minor settlements here, 4 villages, including the port, which we're after. Or, if we went down this one, we've only got 2, because we already got Din Priest and, what the other one called? Hortan Aenir. So we can go after Kalion and Dako in order to secure the full province. That's probably really why I just want to go after it, for more than anything else. We've also got these guys to try and sort out. Lancaster thing from Hayden. In fact, it might be worthwhile. Can I get peace with Hayden now that we just defeated their main force and they're pretty weak right now? Let's have a look. It's insulting, eh? I'm the second most powerful faction. Oh, to be fair, you are xenophobic, so you have a culture penalty. You don't like me anyway. You hate empires, which is what I am. And... yeah, you're likely to break treaties even if it did. Okay, good to know. Gwynedd, no. You're quite powerful. You want to be friends. You don't want it's insulting for you to consider a defensive pact. Okay, well you can't blame a guy for trying. Okay, let's have a quick look at these. Low public order, low public order, low public order, low public order. Building requires repair. Where's that? Oh, that's here. That's fine. Oh yeah, Gisley, we wanted to bribe you, didn't we? Securing loyalty isn't always straightforward, but in this case a word from the king was all that was needed. So he's now gone up to 4. That's good news. I was worried that I might have to torture the guy or something. Alright, and who's gone up in rank? Harkin. What can we give you? You are a mighty war chief. Your word is your bond. Cool. Well, you're extremely loyal to me, very influential. What happens if we give this? We can't even give you more command points because you already have full command. Jesus. Let's give you this. It gives me extra unit replenishment. That sounds like a good idea. So you can have a more impressive bard inspiring the men. Right. Oh, and I think that's going to be the end of this episode once we hit the end turn. So, let me check something quickly. You're nearly full. How far can you guys move? What I might do, let's send Odin's Fury up against these guys. We should have the advantage, as we've got a larger, looks like we've got a larger bodyguard than he does. So yeah, we should do alright against, especially if this happens to be a cavalry unit and not an infantry one. We'll see. But yeah, assuming nothing bad happens in this next turn phase, I'll bring the episode to an end then. So, from the looks of it, we might be finishing this campaign in the next episode or two, which kind of matches up quite nicely when you think with my Medieval 2 campaign, which is actually, the last episode is coming out this Saturday. So I'll have to think about some new campaign ideas. If there's any particular ones you might like the sound of, feel free to let me know in the comments. And I'll certainly take them on board when I think about what to do next. You cheeky bastards. Oh, you cheeky bastards. You're not going to tell me now next that you've actually managed to get a large force from this as well, did you? Alright, let's have a quick look. What's this? Markham. This man's natural laziness has finally caught up with him. Never wanting to work in the first place, he was nevertheless disciplined enough to carry out his duties. However, now the cracks in his facade are now starting to show. So we can either leave him alone, or we can apparently crack the whip. What does this actually do? It makes all my armies have 10% movement range, but it does make him bitter. Well, to be honest, he hasn't done anything to make me want to do that, so we're going to leave him alone. Gisli has now become a fisherman. He's proud about it. I like it. It's relaxing. It takes my mind off all my problems. Cormac is exuberant. Oddco an engineer. Properties mean little to this man. Only estates of the mind concern him. So, does not desire any states. Oh, good, Callie. That's what I want to hear. Let's check this out quickly. They've changed to 11 stack. Crap. Right. Like I said, I'm going to end the episode here. So what we'll do next time is we'll send the Thor's Hammer back to eliminate the Shining Swords. And we're going to send Magnus and his bodyguard up to Doonpatrick to take it over. So from there then, we'll probably try and maybe go after Andmacher, just in order to take another major settlement. And then we can continue pushing up then with Magnus and his units to take Conia and Lafana. So yeah, that sounds like a good plan. In the meantime then, I'll make sure to send Valkyrie's Chosen back to the mainland in order to support the Sons of the Yellowhorn as we start the war against Northumbria. But that's all going to be happening next time. But until then, take care, and goodbye for now.